NBA Dynasties, teams that dominate the league for a sustained period, leaving a legacy of dominance, unforgettable moments, and records that are tough to beat. Today we're going to dive deep in some of the greatest dynasties in NBA history, like the 90s Bulls, 2000s Lakers, and 2010s Warriors. What led to their rise, what made them so dominant, and how did they eventually fall from the top. Let's break it down. Let's start with the most well-known NBA dynasty, the 90s Bulls. This team is synonymous with greatness, led by the GOAT, to my opinion, Michael Jordan, and one of the best all-around players ever, Scottie Pippen. The Bulls defined an era of dominance, but how did they rise to the top? In 1991, after years of playoff heartbreak, Michael Jordan and the Bulls finally broke through, winning their first championship. But this is just the beginning. With coach Phil Jackson at the helm, the Bulls adopted the triangle offense, a system that allowed their two stars to shine while also making the team more dynamic. The result? A dynasty. From 1991 to 1993, the Bulls won 3 consecutive titles, with Jordan taking home finals MVP every year. Their dominance on both ends of the floor, combined with the leadership and defensive prowess of Pippen, made them nearly unbeatable. But then the unthinkable happened. Michael Jordan retired from basketball after the 93 season. The dynasty was thought to be over, but what follows is a testament to the culture Jordan and the Bulls had built. Jordan's return in 1995 was a game changer, and with him came a revamped team. In 96, the Bulls added key pieces like Ron Harper and Steve Kerr, and they went on to win a then record 72 games. The dynasty was reborn. Over the next 3 seasons, the Bulls would win 3 more championships in 1996, 1997, and 1998, completing their second three-peat. By 1998, the Bulls are at the peak of their powers, but all dynasties eventually fall. The team's chemistry begins to deteriorate while Scottie Pippen seeking a bigger role, and the internal friction between players and management grew. After winning the 98 title, Jordan retired for the second time, and the Bulls dynasty was over. The 90s Bulls remain one of the greatest dynasties in NBA history, with 6 chips in 8 years, but their fall was a mixture of leadership changes, personal tensions, and the inevitable departure of the greatest player. Fast forward to the 2000s, and the next great NBA dynasty, the Lakers. In the late 90s, the Lakers were a talented but incomplete team. Enter Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, 2 of the most dominant players in the league, with personalities that can either clash or ignite greatness. Under coach Phil Jackson, the Lakers began to resemble the Bulls of the 90s, with Shaq as the unstoppable force in the paint and Kobe as the next generation star who could do it all. In 2000, the Lakers won their first title of the new millennium, defeating the Pacers, but it was 2001 and 2002 that truly solidified their dominance. From 2000 to 2002, the Lakers won 3 consecutive championships, with Shaq dominating the paint and Kobe evolving into one of the NBA's top scoring threats. Their size, skill, and chemistry made them virtually unbeatable during this time. However, tensions were brewing. The friction between Shaq and Kobe began to escalate, with Shaq's larger-than-life presence and Kobe's desire for more control over the offense, leading to personal and professional conflicts. In 2004, the Lakers added future Hall of Famer Karl Malone and Gary Payton, but despite all the talent, they couldn't win it all, losing to the Detroit Pistons in the finals. After that 2004 season, Shaq was traded to Miami, marking the end of the Lakers' first dynasty. Kobe remained, but the team struggled to find the same dominance. Though the Lakers returned to the championship glory in 2009-2010, Kobe was now leading a new version of the Lakers, one that didn't have Shaq's dominance but still had that same competitive fire. The Lakers dynasty was over, but the Shaq-Kobe era was officially over. Another dynasty people don't talk much about was the San Antonio Spurs. Built on consistency, teamwork, exceptional coaching, began in the late 90s. The foundation was laid with the selection of Tim Duncan as the first overall pick in the 97 NBA draft, pairing him with the already established David Robinson. Under the leadership of head coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs won their first NBA championship in 1999, cementing their status as a rising powerhouse. Over the next 2 decades, Duncan, alongside key players like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, helped the Spurs dominate the NBA with a system focused on strong defense, unselfish ball movement, and team-first basketball. The Spurs won 5 championships in the span of 15 years in 1999, 2003, 2005, 2007, and 2014, becoming one of the most successful and consistent franchises in NBA history. The peak of the Spurs dynasty came in 2014, where they defeated the Miami Heat in a thrilling 5-game final series. This victory was a testament to the Spurs' longevity and ability to evolve, as they outplayed the Heat with a level of unselfish, team-oriented basketball, rarely seen in the modern NBA, sadly. Despite the decline of their core players in the late 2010s, the Spurs remained competitive, never falling out of playoff contention until their eventual shift away from the title conversation. The dynasty's longevity, marked by their ability to adapt to changing eras and maintain excellence, is a testament to Popovich's leadership and the seamless integration of new stars like Kawhi Leonard who helped propel the Spurs to their last championship. Now let's talk about the 2010s and the rise of the Golden State Warriors. This dynasty was built not on traditional dominance in the paint, but on a revolution in how the game is played, the three-point shot. Led by Steph Curry, a player who could shoot from anywhere on the court, the Warriors changed the way the NBA thought about offense. The Warriors' first taste of success came in 2015, where they won their first title in 40 years, led by the unassuming brilliance of Curry, the shooting of Klay Thompson, and the playmaking of Draymond Green. Those are their next few years that truly established them as one of the greatest dynasties of all time. In 2016, they shocked the world by blowing a 3-1 finals lead to LeBron James and the Cavs, but instead of crumbling, the Warriors reloaded. In 2017, they added MVP Kevin Durant, forming an offensive juggernaut that went on to win back-to-back titles in 2017 and 2018. These Warriors were unstoppable. They played an unselfish, fast-paced game with a focus on shooting and spacing. But just like the other dynasties, injuries and internal changes began to take a toll. By 2019, the Warriors were hurt. Kevin Durant suffered a ruptured Achilles in the finals. Klay Thompson tore his ACL. Despite being eliminated by the Raptors, the Warriors dynasty was still a shadow of its former self. In 2020, injuries piled up and the Warriors missed the playoffs entirely. While they remained competitive, the dynasty had truly come to a close. But in 2022, with a redesigned new-look team, the Warriors won the 4th championship in 8 years, signaling the end of the last dynasty in NBA history so far. So, those are some of the greatest dynasties in the past decades we looked at that reached the highest peaks of basketball, eventually all came falling down to earth. Another thing that had a rise and fall is NBA All-Star Weekend, from how the games were so competitive to the jaw-dropping dunks, to now where the game is just layup lines and a shooting drill. I made a video about that, so check it out in the description.